Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today, I'm gonna change the oil on the big rig. Okay, on old Wilford, she needs it bad. She's about 2,000 miles overdue. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm also gonna continue on working on the Miata. Okay, and I know I jump around and do a ton of stuff and just here, there on all kinds of cars. And I've said this before that that's what I do. I like to work on things like one thing for a couple days and then switch to something else, and then, you know, back and forth, because I'm super ADHD and I'll get bored really fast with doing one thing for 3 days, like the LS. As you can see, I pushed it to the side and it's sitting there all fancy like. I did go ahead and get the headers and stuff on it. I started putting the headers on, getting the coil pack harness, or the coil pack bracket painted up and put on. I got the valve covers put on it. I got the intake put on it. They're just sitting on there right now, but I've got everything pretty much cleaned up and the headers are going on pretty good. So I've been working on that, and like I said, I get bored. So now I'm gonna change the oil in the truck and get back on the turbo of this Miata, because we are close. We are close. I got the sensor in. I finally got some more boots in to make that work. We started running it here already. We got the intercooler going down there. So it's pretty close to being done and ready to start. So that's what I'm gonna work on today. And I know it's not the LS and it's not the hatch and so on and so forth, but you know, like I've said, I like to jump around and do different things, so I don't get bored with one thing. So we're gonna work on the Miata today. Oh, okay, I guess one good thing about having the ginormous truck, you change oil, having to jack it up. And yeah, I'm changing my own oil. I can't believe it either. I hear you guys. Who does this? It's gonna be a lot. Like a lot. 15 quarts this thing holds. That scared me. We almost got it on us. Holy macro farts. It stinks. Hello. Yeah. I know these oil filters get a little heavy and they get nasty. If y'all didn't know something about me, I used to change oil in high school at a place called Express Lube in Moore, Oklahoma. I did that for 3 years. I've changed so many freaking motor, whatever you want to call it, not for a lifetime. Ugh. Okay, now since we're done draining, a little cleaning time. A little clean. Where'd it go? Home for a little clean. Nope. Just a smidge now. Don't spray that in your oil. You're just as dumb. But I can't get to the side of the block whenever the oil filter's on it. Well, clean off the side of the block. Alright. New oil filter. Get a little oil. Rub it on the old gasket. Know what I'm saying? And then I like to put a little oil in my oil filter before I put it up there. So we're gonna do that. So, got oil in the oil filter. That way she's not running dry. You don't need to crank these things down, guys. Don't crank them down. That'd piss me off more than anything in the world when old guys come in from somewhere else, got their oil changed, and these some bitches were cranked down beyond belief. They don't need to be on there like glued on. Just an oil filter, guys. You know? So did you get it snug? And then you give her 1/4 rotation. Like that. Know what I mean? That's all you need. That's all you need. It ain't gonna fly off. It ain't gonna come off. Now since it's all back together, take yourself a little bit of cleaner. When I mean a little bit, I obviously mean a little bit because there ain't shit left in this can. Whatever. New can. Or used new can. And just kind of clean it up a little bit, you know? Whoa, we're missing it. It's going awry. Yep. And give her an old swab of clean. And give her a clean up. You know what I mean? Nice clean. Keeps the oil from building up on your stuff. Alright. Time to fill it up and clean up our dang mess. I made a little mess, made a little puddle. Like I showed y'all before, I cut that out down there whenever I took the motor out and stuff. Well, didn't do it enough, so I had to painstakingly do it with the motor in the car, but we got it. And I gotta tap and drill the turbo, Christopher, and I'm gonna finish this up today because we are like, I mean, super close. So I finished cutting that. I got a turbo off and I'm about to move things around. And oh, let me show you. Where's it at? We're gonna take this here dump tube for the wastegate, and what did I do with the other piece? What in the dang did I do with the other piece? Oh, it's a mystery. It's a mystery, Pants. Found it. I found it, guys. Stop looking, I found it. Okay, so we've got this piece, and oh, I bet why are we so zoomed? Super zoomed. But anyway. So as you can see, I'm gonna put this on there like a so, but I've gotta cut it again and make kind of like an S-shaped kind of crooked old wanker. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna cut that and get it kind of where we want it and start mocking it up and then weld it, because I'm ready to get this thing done, man. I am really ready to get this done. I'm ready to start bringing y'all some drift content and so on and so forth, because it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing. And I think what I'm gonna try to do as well, when this is done, try to get like a private track day here in Oklahoma City and do some ride-alongs, you know. I've seen a couple of YouTubers do some ride-alongs and so on and so forth. It will be after I get the cage in it, which should be next week, because I don't want, you know, anyone to die with me. You know, if I'm gonna go out, I'm going out alone. Going out alone. But I'm gonna weld this thing up and get it on the car, and I'll show you guys. Day three of this video. It's been a little bit of struggle, you know what I mean? Not a struggle, it's just laziness, honestly. Today, oh, let me show you. I got that pipe done, the down pipe, wherever it went. Here it is, stop looking, I found it. Now listen, I'm not the best welder in the world, okay? I'm not the best welder, but I welded it. If it'll freaking fuck it. Better freaking focus, mother. Well, anyway, believe me, it's welded, okay? It welded and it fits fine. Let me show you. Oh, I can't show you, you fellers. It's on the table. But trust me, it fits fine. I got a little flex pipe we're gonna add to it today. And I'm also gonna have to drill this I gotta tap the turbo right here for the vacuum, for the wastegate, and that's what I'm gonna be doing right now. And then hopefully we can button up the entire freaking car today and start installing that Mega Squirt. So I'm gonna throw you on time lapse and drill that right there. Okay, before the time lapse, what I like to do is I like to throw a paper towel way down in there. That way when you drill it, the only place the metal shavings can go is out. You know what I'm saying? Word up. All right, so what you're gonna do is you want that little punchy thing. Ding, 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 you know what I'm saying? Put it on there and give it a little tap-a-do, like that. And then I like to get it started with a little 1/4 inch drill bit. You know what I'm saying? Check it. Make sure she's gonna fit right. Word. And then throw a little cutting oil on it. I know people don't like the cutting oil, but it'll save your drill bit and save all your stuff. You know what I mean? You don't need much now. You don't need much. Wow! They went through fast. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Smokey. And then we move up to a bigger drill bit. Just step it up. Don't try to do it all at one time. Don't take the biggest chunk you can out of it, because you'll be saddened. And always check, wherever that thing went, to make sure that this right here is not smaller than the drill bit that you're going to be using, because what's the point at that point? And just go slow, you know, no big deal. Okay, we need just a little bit more. Now we're gonna take the tap, okay? And some people do it with the drill. I preferably don't like to do that because I want to save the product that I'm using. So, take your tap, throw a little more cutting oil. Ain't gonna hurt nothing. Lube that thing up. And just go slow. You don't cut it in there. It's going. It's working. We're pretty flush. Yeah, she's easy. You don't see it down in there? That means she's good. Make sure you clean out the threads. Alright, let's see if I can get this thing to focus on it. Now she's threaded. Amazing. And yes, the only one I have is a straight. I will end up getting a 90, but for now I'm just gonna run it straight. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's get this thing in. Oh, and I know this is an A-N fitting. It gets bigger as it gets in, but I still like to run the tape to make it seal. I don't know why I do that, but I do. And make sure y'all clean the burrs out from the inside of the turbo before you reinstall everything. And that should be all you need. So I'm gonna get this done and then we'll put it back on the turbo. I know you're not gonna see this because it goes down inside the engine bay, but look what I created. Huh? Little tear dropping. So just imagine that on the hatch, because that's what it's gonna look like coming out of the hood. Exhaust and dump tube is both gonna look like the old teardrop. Will you freaking focus, you mother chicken? There it is. Check that out. But let me show you how it goes on the old Miata. So it goes down in here, goes on there, and if you can see it down there, it's perfect. Next to the body, goes right out the bottom. You know? Look at that. Look at that down in there. Little ding-a-ding. So, I'm gonna get this heat wrapped and stuck on the car. All right, we're gonna do a little YouTube magic. Ready? And bam! Like that. It is heat wrapped. So, I'm gonna get this put on the car and wrap the other one up here in just a minute. Huh? She's on there, gasket and all. She's looking good, looking good, looking good. God dang, look at that down in there. Let me show you a little another trick that you have to do. I know I've bent it a little bit, but I'm gonna bend it back. You gotta take this heater cord, the hose that goes from the heater cord down to your water neck down here. You gotta shorten that water neck just a little bit so all this clears. So just shorten that water neck by about an inch, put the hose back on, you'll be good. All right, before we throw the turbo on, I went ahead and got the water line put back on. See how when you cut that down an inch and shove it over, you get a ton of clearance right here, and that's where that downpipe's actually gonna go right there. Before I do that though, I'm gonna throw the power steering belt on. And if you guys are wondering, if you lose AC in your Miata, because I took the AC out for now, but if you're gonna lose AC, the belt you're gonna need just to run the power steering pump is this number right here. See, K040338, okay? Get that at O'Reilly's, it's like $8. That will actually, that's the belt you need to delete your AC. So I'm gonna throw this on and then I'll throw the turbo on. Got the power steering belt on. It's pretty simple. You just, loosen this bolt and shove it down, and then you just tighten this one up till the belt gets tight, and then retighten this one and the one that goes through there. Like that. Let's see if I can get a light on it right there. That bolt right there, pretty simple. Just tighten it up after you get the belt on. And now since you can see the water line and how far over it is, got that back on. And then what's a good idea to do, what I like to do, is just order new ground straps. Every time you start taking a motor in and out, just order new ground straps. They're cheap, and you can go back to, right where they go there over to the chassis. They're super cheap, just order some. So I know I keep saying I'm gonna throw this on and do this and do this and do that, but that's just kind of the way you gotta do it. Put parts on, take them off. Put them on, take them off. But right now, I'm gonna put them on. Okay, we got the ground cable all cleaned up with some wire loom, making it look kind of fancy. And before I put the ground on, what I really like to do, guys, is I like to take a Dremel tool. I like to take a Dremel tool like this with a wire wheel on it and clean up that ground surface on both ends of that, and make sure you have a good ground. It is super important that you carry a good chassis ground, especially when the car runs on grounds. So just take an extra couple seconds, clean off the ground area, and get yourself new ground straps and make everything work just fine. You know what I'm saying? Yo guys, new day. Okay, so like I said, as y'all saw, I got the power steering belt on, I got the ground cable all situated and all that stuff. I do got the Miata on the lift now. I got the hatch moved out of the way and the subframe and everything put back on that. I didn't record it, but I got it done. So today, what we're gonna try to do is blaze through this and do a bolt check, because I did get the turbo and everything finished up and put on it. I didn't really record it because, y'all seen me take it off and on 10 times. So I got the turbo back on, I got everything back on the car that needs to go back on it. And my goal today is get the wideband sensor hooked up, do a bolt check, because like I showed you earlier in the video, I got all this piping done, all the clamps and all the clamps and the couplers put on. Can't even talk today. Got them put on, got everything done, and I could have sworn I had all of it done and checked out, but I missed one. So we're gonna have to do a little bolt check on that deal. And let me show you, I got the exhaust done. Well, I got it, let me rephrase that. Not done, but on. So, see if I can get my little fancy dancy flashlight out here that I've been trying to carry around with me. So, as you can see, I got the dump tube put on and heat wrapped. I got the downpipe on and heat wrapped. It all clears, everything's fancy pants. So, I need to put my wideband sensor in, run and finish doing the exhaust, which is no big deal because you can weld all through here and then come through here and finish welding up. And now you can see how tight I got all that. It's gonna be nice. We're gonna have it done. I got the wastegate all hooked up and done. And also my goal today is raise the car up about 1 inch, because I don't want to go, I was gonna cut the car, but I mean, I feel bad. Why? We don't need to cut the car up. Let's just, you know, let's just raise it up a little bit, and then put our fender flares on it. That way it look cool, you know? So that's my goal today. Raise the car up, do a bolt check, hook the wideband sensor up, and hopefully get it started for you guys. But that's obviously gonna be, the starting thing is more than likely to be in tomorrow's video. And, oh, let me explain to you why hasn't been a video out in 4 days, probably 5 days now. I recorded a bunch of stuff with the LS, like finishing up the LS, and in the front of this video, you'll see that, and then all of a sudden just switches to the Miata. Cause I thought I was recording a bunch of stuff, and I wasn't. So I had to literally start over of trying to make a video and piece it together, and it didn't work. So we're gonna get started on this, and then here later on I'll explain to you how the entry is gonna go on that on the hatch. So it's gonna be pretty awesome. So let's get busy. Update time. Let me get my flashlight. I love my little flashlight. Look at this stupid little flashlight. Anyway, you see that godforsaken bolt right there? Huh? The nut is half on it. I have literally tried this big dog that took off the crank bolt off the LS. I've tried this guy. I've tried freaking everything, and I can't get the stupid thing off. So I can't get it on or off. We're gonna cut the damn bolt off of it, I guess. I'm gonna cut it off and start over. This freaking kid, quack, mother humper. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm okay, guys. All right, we're cutting it off. The hell with it. Holy booger farts! I ended up having to break that dang thing off. I had to break it off. Well, this big old honking junky thing. That's 30 minutes I'm never getting back in my life. But we got it off. Now we can put a new bolt in it. We got her. She's in. Starter's in. Hooked up, ready to go. And I need to figure out how that bracket goes, or just don't care. Oil pressure sensor done, and looks like I already have an oil leak up there. Perfect. See it? Great. Yay. Yay me. Alright, let's figure that out. Oil leak's fixed. You can't see it. Let me on the flashlight. My old fancy dancy. God, I love this freaking thing. I've had this thing forever. Hello. And I never use it. But I haven't wiped it off yet. But that's why we're doing a bolt check, because the feed line that runs into that oil distribution thing, it was loose. Guess I never tightened it up. So, got the starter fixed. Got this tightened up with my old sequential blow-off valve. Got to run the dilly-jigger whopper right there, you know. Got that all fixed up. Got to run the hose. They did a terrible job when they were painting this thing. They just painted it, I guess. I don't know. I ended up putting this rear diffuser on right here. Got a little board, so I put that on. I got some of it painted black in here because it was red and it was ugly. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and run this blow-off valve vacuum hose up to the throttle body like you need to do. Oh, let me get down here so I can show you. Let me get down here, I can show you. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but this is the wideband sensor line. I've got it all tucked up in there real nice and fancy. Got it mounted onto the exhaust, the downpipe there, and it runs through the tunnel and up through the shifter area. See that? Because the gauge is actually going to go in the headstone in there where most people mount them. That's where it's going to go. So it's easier just to run it through that tunnel and do that. So, oh gosh, it's hard on a fat kid under there. But I am going to go ahead and end the video here, because I need to run home, edit this thing, and come back in the morning and raise this thing up. And hopefully tomorrow, guys, we can get it started. So, on that note, I'm taking my big ass to the house. If you wouldn't mind, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, notification bell, and like button. And, you know, I say it on every video. If anybody needs to talk or just laugh, cry, chat, just call me, you know, just hit me up on Instagram. Be right here at the bottom like normal. Give me a call, give me a holler. You know, I'm here to talk for you guys, whatever I can do to help. So, you know, like I said, on that note, see you guys tomorrow. Peace.